Alright, what the heck was I doing last time?
Alright, I'm back.
That kind of did scare me a little bit.
Oh, sorry. So where were we? What were we doing?
I know at some point we need to get those other... Yes, I had the more rail get from east.
What?
Get iron from east. More rail, get iron from east, yes.
Oh,
So,
okay. You did the 2-2. Smart. Smart.
yeah, so we needed the war path. They to wipe out those... Probably, I want to get those 3 that are around that 17 million iron.
It'd be better if we just, like, did a straight line to that lake in the middle. Like, right in the center of that lake, just do a straight line down. And then kind of a diagonal to the ocean above it. So we just wall off that whole area. Just so that way you can also get that 9.6 million if you want.
Yeah.
Because you could have the train do, like, a really big...
Alright, so go from that sea, that northern sea that looks like a mixture between Israel and Italy. And go to that Black Sea looking spot, and then go down to that Aegean Sea, huh?
Alright, that's it.
So I go ahead and cover the whatchamacallit. The whole solar area has now been coated almost with what are they called? Roboports, that's right. It's been like 2 weeks. I have no clue what the heck we're doing.
Yeah, I know, dude. It's always something. I see that I was trying to make production and speed modules, which I guess is like that next hefty step. I've got a pretty nice omnibus. I don't know if you see this guy, but it's got a lot of resources on it. Kind of nice. I
Neat.
don't know if it's meeting the production standards.
Well, the real question is, so when we get that iron, where the hell is it going to go?
I mean, I don't need it down here. I'm gonna get to like 20 million and 13 million maybe at some point.
So I guess I'll just try to feed into this omnibus over here.
Yeah, I mean that base is you're basically the gatekeeper to it or the gardener.
Gardener upgrade, huh?
You get to choose where and how things go. So I mean, if you want to add it into the main omnibus, it's probably the best solution. But you need to. What I would do personally I gotta have a dedicated line to the steel. Because right now you have it like split. You have one line kind of splitting off. The steel just takes so much and needs a full line. But if we're gonna reclaim things, then we need some research for lasers. Let's see. Did you ever make the purple research packs? I can't remember.
It's been too long.
You did. We actually have quite a few options here.
So I need to have another line for all the guys in between, huh?
Pretty much.
Yeah, see, like, because this thing's been so crisscrossed, the omnibus, I don't know which way is up or down anymore. I'm sure it's fine. I guess I'll just start shoving things in from the bottom.
All right. Our research is super slow because the blue research packs aren't really being made. And that's purely because we're not making enough green chips for the red chips. We're not making enough green chips because we're out of iron. Okay. Well, that's the situation. It's always a catch-22 with this, isn't it?
Yep. But dang, drones are the slowest things in the world for building stuff. When you purely build by not being near anything.
Oh yeah, it is.
I guess there's some parts over... Okay, so should we go on the warpath first, or should I try to build out that copper mine first? And start building that rail?
Yeah, it's up to you.
I guess I probably should try to get that copper mine as like the prep work for the rail that I'm going to have to build in that area.
Yeah, we'll be busy overhauling this new base because we left it at about the beginning of some good production.
We didn't automate clip explosives, did we?
Oh yeah, you're right. We never did. That was one of the things I was planning on doing over here.
Yeah, the spot over here just needs like a little bit of piping.
Yeah, upgrading the conveyor belts is just one of the worst things in this game. It's like you can assign your robots to do it, but like you said, if you're not near a roboport or anything, they take ages to actually go through and put the new conveyor belts down.
Just kind of curious, do I even have any clip explosives on me? Can I even build any of those? Oh, nope. Apparently there's some clip explosives in storage.
Or being attacked.
No, I'm trying to clear out some areas where I might want to build some rail.
No, we were being attacked, but the landmines actually killed them.
Neat.
And interestingly, that's the second attack that those landmines have thwarted. That's good.
And you doubted my landmines.
Pretty effective for a wall. Neat. Green circuits are now working. So I was gonna make the productivity packs and everything, so that way I can just increase the output going on here right now. Like the green circuits, yeah, they're being produced at reasonable rates, but it's kind of problematic because if I want to produce more, I just need like more resource in, and that's obviously a huge undertaking because that's what you're doing right now.
Isn't that just a real kick in the head?
Yeah, but as a means to make it a future problem instead of a now problem, I can just make these productivity and efficiency modules and they'll kind of increase it by a little bit. Oh yeah, we upgraded the amount of things that a robot can carry. Never mind, they seem to be just carrying one anyways.
Yeah, how does that work? Like, how do we get them doing more?
I don't know. I thought they'd do it automatically. But I don't know, maybe it's assigning it like one object per job. And the robots can only handle one job at a time. I don't know, they just seem to be replacing things decently fast. We can make the whole brand new symbol machine, can't we? Yeah, we can. Just need speed modules, so that's why I was trying to do all that. I mean, I really wish we had a recycler, because now I've got like 1,000 red transport belts I just don't need. Alright, what do I have up? I need... Oh man, that makes things annoying. See, speed modules have to be done on my complete other side of my base.
I made a bunch of landmines and I put them in some logistics chests. And so around the walls where those landmine walls are, now being replaced. I can maintenance the landmine walls from over here.
How? I don't get it.
The drones. They replace the landmines when they blow up.
Yeah, but I don't... You shouldn't have any, like, roboport anywhere near that.
Have you checked recently?
Oh god, just how much have you increased? Oh my god, I see it now.
You don't see
Wow,
them.
that's actually kind of impressive, really.
Roboport.
How long does it even take a drone to get up there, though? Look at the path they have to take.
That's why I'm... Can't you see that other thing I'm building?
Oh my god, dude, we gotta fill our chest up with wood. Look at the drone army go.
Dude, those guys are amazing. I just do most of my stuff from over here.
Well, you could, assuming you have enough radars. You never did automate them, did you?
I don't know. I mean, you don't need that many. I don't think they are on me. I think I just put a bunch in a chest at one point. They're relatively cheap to make, all things.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I can build like a ton of radars by just clicking once.
Cool stuff. Well, I managed to use up quite a bit of my blue sport though.
It's gates that I never properly automated.
Gate stack inserters, any of the transport, the high tier transport belt. All those things are missing. Oh my god.
What?
I'm just seeing hundreds of alerts pop up because of that stone stuff. Are you ghosting it? Oh my god. Dear
It's like
God,
being
no.
maniacally evil or something.
Crash server. I'm
We
really
haven't.
surprised you're
You
not
see
lagging
this
over here.
army? These guys are amazing. I love it. It's so beautiful. It blends so well with the music.
The ominous music. Yeah.
You know what? This music really reminds me of some of the stuff from like SimCity. Probably why I like it so much.
Is it?
Just like that general vibey flavor of like top-down simulator, yeah, and so on and so forth. You know.
Hmm. I never really did play SimCity, so I don't know too much of how that goes, but I'll take your word for it. It definitely does have that atmospheric vibe.
Yeah, I want to start retracting some of this wall. The older wall that's still like kind of inside.
Oh yeah, not really any need for it. And you can use robots to deconstruct it if you really wanted.
Huh? Would you talk about robots that are already deconstructing it?
Exactly. There you go. You got the right idea. Have you seen that new Futurama episode?
Nah, I hadn't watched it yet. I forgot about it. Then I heard that it was supposed to be the one of the least good ones. 'Cause, like the most one of the ones that like people were expecting wasn't going to be good, and then it
Yeah,
kind of like came out to be that way.
I'd say that's kind of accurate.
Is it even worth watching?
If you could watch the poop joke one, yeah, that one's fine. I'd say it's better than that one in my opinion, but maybe the clips weren't as good though.
I think it's like a kind of like of a nostalgia reflex that people are just like expecting it to have like been super great as comeback, but then it's like, hold on here, are they
Well,
really that much better than what it was before?
it just feels like they're trying to pull a South Park on us. You know, talking about like the latest and greatest.
Yeah, very topical things.
Yeah, which I feel like Futurama had a little bit of that, but I don't think that was like they weren't always talking about those topics
Yeah,
as recent as these are,
I
I
think it
guess.
definitely seemed much more forward-facing when like the Fox era episodes were around because they really like showed up. Yeah, you gotta work about this future thing and like talk about it and really kind
Yeah,
of discuss it.
exactly.
Where the Comedy Central kind of blended that line, and now it seems like they really just like whole episodes are just like this kind of story thing, and then some are not. Oh, production module 3, I just built production modules 2s.
Well, you're gonna love these ones. They've got a 3 in their name.
They get a 3 in their name, the advertising. But they must be better.
Shoot, what exactly do the productivity module 3s take if the 2s already take the... Oh, it's just... Okay, it's like the same recipe with just the last tier. Thankfully, there is no more complicated thing beyond the processing unit. As far as like the circuit tiers go.
Oh, the blue one.
Yeah, blue's the highest. So we don't have to worry too much about that. What we do need to worry about is how much of a pain they are to make. Green and red circuits. Ooh, being attacked.
Where?
It's that same, like, general corner as before. Oh, you know what it is? The pollution's reaching across the ocean.
Thing. Blow up the ocean. There's one guy at it.
And he's just angry.
He just needs a Snickers.
If only
Yeah.
we had roboports over there.
Well, just you wait. It's only a matter of time, you know? Huh. Where's the... Do we not have a lot of stone in storage?
In storage? Maybe not. I think it just gets used up directly. But you should have no problem just grabbing it where you need it.
I'm just thinking of my construction there. Neat. That's another spot further south. They destroyed the laser turret. It's got one bug left. He failed. He's about to kill that radar.
I don't even have laser turrets automated. I had planned to do that ages ago. Oh, I'm down to my last radar in my inventory. Oh shoot, I wasn't paying attention. Well, hopefully I can take care of him in a Jeep.
One Farid is alive.
There we go.
Would
I
you
really
believe
appreciate
it?
how these things just auto build. But what no? What were you saying?
You believe it? Farid's still alive and kicking.
That's good news.
Yeah, I tried my best.
Honestly, there's no reason for me not to just automate laser turrets at this point. I've got everything all in one place. I just need to put them in a symbol. Guess I'll go ahead and do that so we can actually get some like proper defenses on our wall. The amount of times that we have to like constantly just take a trip to some random part of the wall, just way too high.
The wall.
Let's see. Steel, batteries, and green circuits. Yeah, I can manage that.
Thing. The mobs down further south, there's a huge monster base.
This is why we live in a wall.
The wall is merely an analogy for people who we keep out and don't want.
Well, yes. Yeah, all those bases south are very scary. It's like, yeah. The only thing that beats it on our map are those ones in like the very top right. They're like just barely uncovered. We have to start getting some like uranium processing if we want to actually take care of them. Otherwise, we're just going to really hope that our laser turrets are good enough.
The army of laser turrets. Oh, you actually named the one up above Black Sea?
That's what you called it. Said it's a fuse of the Middle East and Italy. Isn't that where the Black Sea is? No, it's where
Further
ours is.
north than that. Black Sea is where Ukraine is.
Gotcha.
I was actually calling that circle one Black Sea, and I was calling the one further south Aegean Sea or whatever. I don't have them in any particular direction. Black Sea is perfectly fine for that one. Call that one Caspian Sea or something.
Just hope no geologists ever see the video.
No, it clearly doesn't look like that. It's not supposed to be.
fast transport belts in the way. I know it is. I'm trying to put it on top. Apparently it doesn't let you do that if you have the direction wrong. That's interesting. Okay, laser turrets. Okay, well, they're not automated, but I've got everything in one place. They're about to be automated. Have to manage to get the 3 resources in one. Hey, nice. Now let's get those speed module 3s. Yeah, wow. These laser turrets do take a good bit of time. But I do have them automated now, so...
Hey, as soon as the Roboport networks get connected, the whole north side would be completely fine. Until I get that south side of the network working.
If you actually, like, connect them...
I mean, I could.
Mass migration of robots, like, constantly grabbing the automated stuff I have down here and just bringing it there. I don't know if it's gonna be a good thing. Like, it will be if you need stuff, but...
It's a bit of the reason why I haven't done that yet. It's because I just like been respecting that. There's just 2 guys gnawing at that wall.
It's okay, I automated the laser turrets. As long as they take their time, I'll make my way over there and just bombard them. Oh no, they made it through. Well,
The one guy did, yeah.
Alright, I guess I gotta make my trip a little early. 20 laser turrets will have to do. Where'd I put my Jeep?
There they go.
They're gonna base.
Wait, they're gonna run into landmines. Wait, hold on.
Really?
Nah, they're too smart. I didn't put the landmines down that far.
They're just gonna go attack my mine. So I'll just drive over there.
I had like a handful of landmines right there, and they just walked right around them.
It's a shame. It's gonna be like the only opportunity those landmines ever had to be used. What the heck? They just like exploded in... Oh no, they didn't explode. It's just attacking the trees. You see, they attack trees too.
Yeah, why did they attack trees?
They recognize how annoying they are too. It's good.
Yeah, look at those landmines. Pick those up. Put them somewhere better.
Nope.
I should have just like had them ready to be picked up, and your drones would have gone out to fix them.
Well, had you thought about that, yes, but thankfully, don't have to worry about it. There's not even power over here. What the?
I don't think there ever was.
Section of wall. Oh. Actually, that probably was the better place to put it. Okay, well, not right there. As much room as we can for that tiny thing. Actually, that's fine. Why don't you focus working on your thing?
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing anymore.
I've got this covered.
Oh, I was waiting for more roboports to get put. That's what I was waiting for.
You have those automated?
Yes.
Cool. It's like the most advanced thing we have automated. Roboports. It's a good
The
thing to have
roboport
automated.
network needs to be expanded. I do wish, however, that I could have multiple guys like working like jobs in parallel. But, like they had to like wait until that job is available and get in the queue.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some way to like properly do the jobs. Oops. Well, let's hope they don't attack anywhere else along that wall. Those laser turrets should keep them at bay for quite a while. What do we need for cliff explosives?
Barrel and explosives.
Grenades, which I don't think I have explosives automated anywhere. Would we consider explosives like a resource we should have on the omnibus?
I mean, it's used for building cliff explosives and landmines and probably. I mean,
So
at instance that there's this lane up here could easily be added in.
yeah, I guess I could do that. Well, I'm just planning for this omnibus down here. We are limited in the number of lanes. But I should be able to pair it up with something else. Maybe the grenades. And then explosives are just, what? Coal, sulfur, water. I've got coal. And I've got sulfur here. Okay, cool. Make it work. Ah, and a chemical plant. Now, it just so happens I have those automated. Alright, there we go. Ah, shoot. They needed an intake, didn't they? Alright, well, not quite done. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have worker robot capacity. That sounds helpful. Especially for what you make them do.
They're automated for a reason.
Alright. Explosives are automated now in this space. Now I need barrels. And grenades. So I have grenades on the omnibus. I can just move them on through. Make some cliff explosives and I'll have them done. Wow, my lubricant is just missing. How is that? Yeah, things are slowing down over here because I'm just about out of lubricant. I could increase the production, but I don't even know if I'm making enough heavy oil to really warrant it. I could expand the oil processing. That'd probably help. Let me do that. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. It's like an entire oil refinery is made in our pockets.
Try not to blow my mind like that. I'm deep in thought, and I can't have these mines exploding on me when I'm still using them. They stopped working. Because I got too much petroleum, maybe? Petroleum.
is the petroleum? There we go. I had a broken connection for some reason. And that oil machine wasn't even set. Holy crap. Okay, well. Apparently I wasn't even using like half the capacity of my oil.
Oh.
Kind of explains why I ran out of lubricant. And for some reason my solid fuel also lost its like recipe. Great. We don't produce a whole lot of lubricant, so when I just doubled mine, just like almost doubled the entire output that we're making.
Oh.
And when I say double, I mean I only added one extra machine to make it. Just how little of the stuff we're actually making. I really do like this game's like graphs. I think that's one of the neatest things. A lot of games could really like benefit from that. Just kind of like gauge performance. Like for example, there was a huge drop in iron ore and iron plates for some reason in the last 5 minutes. No idea why. You can check buildings on the 5 seconds. Someone's blowing up trees right now.
Your area is like so clean and like slick down there, and then my area is like, yeah.
You got that legacy code base you're building off of.
Yeah, I got the old monolith that I gotta maintain, and you got that nice microservice of the platform engineering and.
So when we've like already done the monolith, we were like, well, what can we do to improve on it? You're the guy who's like keeping everything together. You know how like banks are all running off that like mainframe still?
Yes.
You're maintaining the mainframe right now. You go down and suddenly like the whole world just cuts off.
It's like you think about like I got all these crazy trains and pipelines and things like that, and
you gotta like automate the solar panels.
The solar panels are automated already, aren't they?
Yeah, but I thought you were gonna like add them to the field.
Oh no, I'm trying to build some rail out here, but I kind of left it open to where it could be.
Yeah. Probably better build, or we are probably better off building up instead of continuing to build down, just so we don't cover some of those resources and your train path. How is our solar power anyways? Ooh, we are
Pushing it.
We're getting close to our max capacity on the accumulators. We need more accumulators.
I mean, that whole area is fairly well. Oh, a good chunk of that area is now covered. So if you just include the roboports with your copy paste.
I'll do the roboports after. For now, I'll just focus on pattern that we'll do. Oh man, they got a lot of trees to destroy.
So if Reed's in a position where he may have had accidentally gotten himself into a scammer situation.
Uh-oh, that ain't good.
Yeah, like.
What do you mean by that? Like,
promising
him something, or does he have to give anything?
Yeah, he might have accidentally gotten himself in the situation where he got money and has to pass it on to someone else.
I see. Dang, man.
So, he's dealing with that now.
That's really unfortunate. I hate how people take advantage of people like that. Like, I don't know. I mean, we all hate that.
It all happens to us one way or another.
Just annoys that there's actually people out there that try to do that, pull that crap. Well, hey, look, the robots can actually reach over there. Well, for some of it. We should really be putting the roboports, like, inside the solar panel area.
I didn't want to, like, break your current system or anything.
Well, you did by putting them in that path. That's the travel path. You don't actually travel there.
Well, the roboports, nothing like little copy-paste can't solve.
Yeah. Did you get cliff explosives automated? Because now I've got some cliffs that need to destroy.
Nah, I should probably go do that. I think I'm gonna go do that now because I still got things that need to be destroyed and more roboports that need to be put down.
Yeah, I mean, if you get it done now, we can basically maintain the geography from wherever, which would be kind of a huge boost to the robo system.
Because, like, the two key pieces are there.
Oh, god dang it, I didn't want to get rid of the copy paste. Redo. There we go. That's... I'm gonna see how to fit these roboports in the solar panel, so I'll see what I can do. Man, why isn't Control D? Why did they change it to Alt D? Is that like a Mac thing or something?
I think there's a lot of Mac influence in this game.
Is there?
It just feels like there is.
Surprise. So we need a 2x2 grid on these. We can easily fit some roboports in this area. Could have. Yeah, that's a passive robot array. It's really impressive. They did actually kind of fix some of it. The amount of robots you have out there now was just straight up impossible before.
I guess perhaps when it's not, like, being properly rendered.
Yeah, they must have done some efficiency to avoid sending out a million packets. They might have even made their jobs more predictable, so that way it's not even sending packets.
That would
Except
be...
for, like, the initial one.
Yeah. Let's see.
They're not charging, so they're all running out of charge on the way to the roboports. They're really slow.
Yeah, that's kind of an annoying part, because, like, I try to make them as many roboports as possible, but... Yeah,
because
they
they're
just...
taking a path over the sea. Okay, well, I see that you're actually filling that sea up, so that's good. I would just continue to, like, find their desire paths and put down those roboports where you can. Try to put them by the edge of the ocean. That should probably help.
Let's see. Explosives are doing pretty good on production. Barrels are a little slower, so I need to get barrels into an assembler for production. Alright, so this shouldn't be too hard. Nope, I probably shouldn't do that.
Honestly, the availability of resources is just not very good. Like, if they needed to get a roboport, for example, they've just got to go so far.
Yep.
It takes, like, ages to actually do the job.
It do be that way.
got a new pattern now. There. So now the roboports will be incorporated where the solar panels are, so we can service them as we need. And also, so technically the range is like infinite.
Ah, shoot. Apparently for the automation of... I thought it was just barrels and explosives, and it also needs grenades.
Ooh.
That's real annoying.
Yeah, I remember those not being in a very good spot before.
Yeah, grenades aren't anywhere near this area. I might just put these guys on the omnibus as a combo unit and run them down.
Don't... I mean, by combo unit, you mean on 2 separate lines at least, right? Don't put
No,
them on the same line.
no, okay, then I won't.
If you do that, it basically makes it unmodular. Because, like, what if, you know, you happen to need barrels for something else, or explosives for something else, you know? I'd just run them 2 lines side by side, though. That should be good enough. I'm sure you can find the space if you need to.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the best approach. Because I need to get them closer to grenades. Although... there's a hell of a lot more grenades than there are of those. It might be just in the better interest of omnibus the grenades up. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the better bet.
Grenades are used in a lot of different things, so I've actually put grenades on my omnibus down here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna... I don't really have a good spot for the run 'em up because the whole middle of the omnibus is all goobly goop legacy code.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to like run them off way to the side and just dig them in when I need them.
Yeah, they're taking their sweet time doing some of these roboport. That one, that one anymore. That.
This, I kind of look where I am. You see this conveyor belt?
Yep.
It's gonna have grenades on it. You see the irony here?
Grenades by the massively flammable oil production plant. What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Look, if I were still working in that base, though, I'd be annoyed by you putting it through there instead of like by the actual omnibus.
What room by the omnibus is there?
I mean, you could have taken a sharp left for the oil processing.
Alright, fine. That seems like
No, you don't have to because I don't really care at this point. Now, if you had done that in the new base, I would push you to change it, but you're just like, it's your base to maintain at this point, you know what I mean? I'm not going to build onto it as much as possible. Alright, I've incorporated some robo ports inside of some of the solar panels. Pretty much for the whole northern side, so if we just continue to copy paste up north, we should be fine. Though I imagine it is going to take them quite some time to actually get those robo ports in there. Yeah, our accumulators are going way past halfway.
And I was after you added some.
Yeah, I didn't add a whole lot, but
It's gonna take them forever until those roboports get put in.
that's the main thing. They can't really finish and connect everything until they do.
But it's one of those things like all of a sudden like a giant burst job gets scheduled and everything.
Yeah, I could actually see a couple of them already dropping it off, and I imagine these next ones popping up will. Oh, you know what? I didn't even have power over here by this roboport I put down. Oops. I forget those things need power.
Yeah, where are my conveyors?
Oh, those robots found some cliff explosives somewhere. I just saw them blow up a couple cliffs.
Yeah, I just actually found those in that one chest that I just so happened to have passed right when all those went on. It's like, I wonder where those guys are going.
Destroy some cliffs for us. I guess we'll just go ahead and get these, not that I think they're exceptionally helpful at the moment. Oh my god. You have really added an enormous amount of robots. There's so many of the solar panels right now working on them. That is really cool though. Just like
The constant army.
Well, yeah, but also just the fact I can do that and move them around from like a million miles away. There, I put a roboport sort of in their path by the shore. A lot of them seem to be charging up over there now, which is good.
Neat. Yeah, one of the other, I put down one for them to get to, and it looks like they took that one as well. One of the ones that was in like that older lake that I started landfilling.
Yeah, no, those are like the most helpful ones because so many of them are trying to cross that darn lake. In fact, we could even use a couple more in bleeding that, but it is what it is. Yeah, my god, look at how many there are moving.
Are you not impressed?
I'm impressed this game isn't lagging like crazy. It's gotta be like 1,000 robots. Well, let's just hope it doesn't really start to cause issues, because once it does, the genie's out of the bottle, and I have no idea how we would fix it.
What's your CPU usage like?
Well, it's hard to tell because I have so many cores, you know? It's like right now the game's sitting at 1%. But it's like, what, 32 cores? So that's... I don't know what the math is. But it's not yet a full core utilization, I think. Let's see, what's 100 divided by 32? 3.1%? 3.1. So if we took the 1%, divide that by 3.125, it's roughly using 1/3 of the CPU core. pretty good. Still, my main worry is the like latency. I have no idea how they coded the networks, but so long as you're not noticing like rubber banding or anything, I guess we're good. You haven't noticed that, have you?
I have not.
Okay, that's good then. I'm telling you, this game just really impresses me by how optimized it is. You hear about Starfield?
I have not heard much about it. What's going on?
Not much. It's just people are throwing around the word optimization with that a lot. Like, oh, it's poorly optimized. It's running really badly. And I mean, I'm sure to some degree it could probably be done a little better. But it's like people expect optimization to be like this game, where like the impossible becomes possible. That's just not really how it works. Like you can try to optimize your rendering pipeline and all that. And maybe at the best you can squeeze like 30% out. But people are like getting 40 FPS on 4K and they're expecting it to like be optimized for 120. That's just never gonna happen.
It's like the expectations are a little above what is really warranted.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, just some optimization is just not possible unless you do like a full rewrite from the ground up.
Yeah.
Like unless you're doing some roller coaster tycoon assembly crap, you're just not gonna be able to optimize like that. It's like the level that Bethesda's working on is sort of like the level if we were working on a Unity game. Like, in a technical sense, we could rip down the Unreal Engine or the Unity engine and rebuild it to be more optimized. But like the logistics of doing that, like you need an enormous amount of skill to do that.
Talent, time, and money.
Exactly. And the amount of gains you're getting at are like theoretical. There's a pretty good chance that the team that already wrote it has already optimized it to like the best degree that you can do with your skill set. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's probably for it to actually run, be deployable work, and get actually done.
Right. It's like you're talking taking thousands or potentially thousands or hundreds of hours from employees to optimize it when it may not even actually result in meaningful gains. So I don't know. People are throwing that word around a lot, and I just don't know if I believe.
There's also like you hook on to those words because everybody else is saying those words, and you don't understand what's actually being said.
What do you mean by that?
So let's say you use a bunch of buzzwords, and you have the people out in the public. They don't necessarily know what those buzzwords mean, but they'll use them because they have some like semblance of feel towards what those buzzwords are.
I see what you mean. Yeah, and you're probably right because I work, and that is literally things that I do. Like I have optimized things before in code. It's like I guess I have that technical sense and feel a little more ownership over the word.
So it's like it needs to optimize. It might have been something that someone even just said, just willy-nilly. I didn't even like use it properly, you know.
Yeah.
They just like shout it out. It's like someone's like that makes sense here. It's like if they optimize it, and so on and so forth. And someone who did understand it's like, yeah, well, I guess it's being used properly, but you know, it's just like whatever.
I mean, they're still not using it wrong necessarily because like they're talking about improving the performance of the game, which optimization could do that. Yes, I just think the logistics of it and the realistic expectations people are having are just like beyond what our current hardware can even do. So it's like they see as games are continuing to get better and better.
Yeah.
They're also like losing frames and stuff. And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, see, as programmers, me and you, we understand.
Yes.
And it's like there's a lot going on in the background of games. There's just so much going on there that we don't see and don't know.
You might need like a system in the background that all it does is just it like does the tessellation and it has to do tessellation and all this other math, and it's like if it doesn't work then everything looks crappy. Or you have to have a system in the background that like helps manage like the persistency across like certain actors. And they like the trees and the so on, and it's like all those can be as optimized as humanly possible. They could have chose the best algorithm from the start, but just because there's now so many of them.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. So when I hear, and so I think a lot of people were giving crap about Todd Howard. And now, mind you, I was thinking on this fairly ignorant.
Yeah.
Because like I haven't played Starfield, so I don't know if it actually is just super poorly optimized. There are some like Unity asset flip games that are just so horrendously optimized, where it's like a fork has like 100,000 polygons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those exist. I don't think Starfield. I'm willing to give Bethesda the benefit of the doubt, and I don't think Starfield has anything like
Yeah,
that.
they probably have tons of documentation like how you build assets in this engine and so on and so forth.
So that's why, despite having not played the game, I'm willing to talk on this, but I'm by no means an expert. Now, with that said, they were giving Todd Howard some crap. He had like an interview, and he was questioning. He was like, "Oh, what about the performance of the game? You guys optimized or whatever?" And Todd Howard said, "Oh, we did optimize it. I'll just need to get a better computer." Obviously, I'm paraphrasing, but he said something to that effect. And people jumped down. They're like, "Get a better computer." Like, they just need to optimize it.
That's a balancing act there. It's like yes, but actually probably no.
Yeah, exactly.
When you build a game, you kind of build it with the foresight that it's going to be working on computers in 10, 20, 30 years these days.
Mm-hmm. And Bethesda's always kind of been that way. They do tend to push the limits of the computer a little more. I'm not saying that games are like the most mind-boggling beautiful games, but the systems they have in them.
They also have the pressures from Microsoft, the parent company, to actually go above and beyond.
They started on Starfield before they got bought out, didn't they? I can't actually remember the timeline of that.
Man, I think they've been owned by Microsoft for well over 10 years now. Or no, probably more like 8. I would say it was probably like 2015, 2016. I think it was after Fallout.
Was that long ago?
I think it was after Fallout 4. It's been a while. I think maybe 2018.
I thought it was only like a few years. Yeah. So it announced that it was acquiring ZeniMax and subsequently Bethesda back in 2020.
2020, okay. Maybe the rumors were 2018 or something.
Yeah, I think there were rumors for quite a while. Same with like Microsoft buying EA, because that rumor was going around at the same time.
That will never go away.
No. But in any case, so when did Bethesda start on Starfield? And of course I can't find the information. Oh, here it is. It was announced on Bethesda's E3 presentation in 2018. So they actually were working on it 2 years before they got acquired.
Oh, really being attacked now? Or where is it? Is it mine?
It was by the right side, and there was plenty of laser turrets to take care of them.
Alright, well one of them's down when the laser turret is dead. There's tons of landmines over there.
I mean, there's so many landmines and laser turrets, they can probably attack another 5 times before we have to really worry about it.
You said not enough landmines, huh?
No. I did not say that. We have plenty of landmines. You know, when all the robots were starting to work on, like, the solar panels and everything, and there was just a million over there, the amount of power they were using actually pushed the roboports up to, like, above the radars in power usage. So they were the third most power used thing in our system. Sitting at their usage right now, which, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of robots out there doing stuff. It's like, what is this, the 6th place? So that really just highlights how many robots you had active. Or that you have active in our system right now.
So it's not enough, you're saying? The system's keeping up with the demands.
We start to worry if we have even more, but it could happen. Alright. I guess I get distracted. Ooh, plenty of laser turrets. Oh my god. many laser turrets is that? 800 laser turrets. I'd say that's pretty good. I'll throw these in my Jeeps. Next time I end up at a wall, I will be just filling it up with laser turrets. Really what we need to do is get a like double panel wall, because our walls are only like one tier. And it looks like every time the enemies come up, they kind of mess it up. Or alternatively, we can put, like what you're already doing up north, put robo panel or robo ports along the whole wall. That's kind of ideal, so that way they can just repair it.
That was weird. One of the conveyors for this area never got completed, apparently. Apparently, all the roboports that have been in this container were the ones I shoved in there like forever ago. Because the conveyor line didn't go down all the way. Unless I moved it at some point.
That would explain why all the roboports were missing over there by the solar panels.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I guess maybe the thing, I thought about the two, I'm like, huh, I guess one of them, like, you know, ended up breaking or something. So I went over here, think like, maybe something got on the conveyor. Nope, the audit just never finished that conveyor line. Well, the main limitation now is actually the steel plates. So I'm coming back to the problem where steel plates are the issue.
Well, if you want to fix that, you know what you gotta do.
17 million, huh?
It's the next best go.
Actually, there is a 4 million up north.
Yeah, but I feel like it's about as far. And
well,
for the much
there's already roboports over there.
worth it.
If you know what I'm thinking.
Nah, don't do it. Oh, it's not worth it. You gotta do the tracks anyway. Oh my god. Destroy our power grid. I was trying to work on the power grid, and you're just like diverting all their attention. Well, we should be good for a while. They did add more accumulators, so. Yeah, just look at the Roboport. It's number 2 right now in our power usage.
You're welcome.
Very hefty robot system we got going there.
You know you've always wanted to try it this much.
No
Look at him. Look at him go. Look at him realize that deforestation halfway across the continent is what they need to be doing. The best usage of their time. In fact, I should probably wonder how many more... What is it? Robots are actually being added to the system?
I mean, you should be able to see it in the production statistics. Since you'd be the only one producing them. And you said you were dropping them right into the system, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can just look up the graph. You can find the item in the graph, though. Given the fact that everything jumps around so much, you probably have to do like the 10-minute first. You're making around 4 a minute. Oh, it's shooting up. What'd you do?
I unleashed the production cycle on it.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, look at that. You're like, you really weren't producing any because...
They would have stalled because they couldn't actually put any more into the Roboport.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought they readjusted themselves.
I guess not. I don't think they like go and fill out the other Roboports.
It's kind of shitty.
I am producing probably way more logistics robots than what's actually needed since construction ones are the ones that are predominantly used.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. The logistics robots are supposed to be the ones that move items around, but... Yeah.
Actually, on that note, then I'm gonna go ahead and just stop the production of the logistics robots for the time being. They don't really
Yeah,
need to be getting made.
this is might as well. There we go. My steel was not being produced properly because of an error.
Look at that monster of army just going right at it. Oh, you know what? Probably need to make more chests for them to store that crap in.
I mean, just the wood alone is probably destroying them. Destroying the chest storage, you know.
Dang, there's all kinds of cool stuff in these chests.
Is it actually cool or is it just wood?
It's besides the wood.
Yeah, it is interesting. I see like a miner in there. How the heck did 37 fast inserters get in there?
Your guess is as good as mine. Probably got deconstructed into that at some point.
Yeah, I just figured that whenever that happened, it's like they reused it. but maybe it's like a last priority, and since those are automated, they didn't bother.
Yeah, I'm trying to move some of them into usable spots.
Oh my god, what are you doing? Do you see this?
What?
There they go. They're like glitched out on me. They're doing it again.
Haha, I can see it.
They just don't go in my inventory.
Is your inventory full?
Oh, it actually is. Well, good call.
That's a little embarrassing.
It's been a while since I've had a full inventory. Filled it up with all these darn transport belts, which I guess I don't really need that many. This entire time we've been playing, I've just been upgrading transport belts. I haven't really been doing anything.
Yeah, I just been like doing all this really minor construction rather than big projects like getting to some iron ore or getting a rail put down.
Yeah.
I'm pretending like I'm busy.
Well, our infrastructure was really behind on the times.
There's 2 old chests filled with wood. That's amazing. How much wood clearing has to get done.
I mean, we do live in a foresty area. Which, most of the time when I play this game, it ends up being a desert. So, although the trees are annoying, it is kind of a nice change of pace. Staring at sand all day.
Sand. I hate sand. It gets in everything.
Is that a Star Wars reference?
Is that an unsolicited Star Wars reference right now? Amongst everything that we're doing? You have time to think about Star Wars? I tried watching the new Star Wars Rick Maroney.
Pretty good.
I mean, people like to call like, oh, it's like a follow-up to Rebels and everything. It's like, they kind of, in my opinion, I think they kind of ended that show maybe a bit early. And they definitely left it like, oh, we're going to finish this later. If this show was animated, it'd probably be a hell of a lot better. But they had to go out of their way to do all this live action stuff. And it's like, really, guys? Like, we can't have anything animated anymore?
You know, the older audience looks at them as cartoons.
I got them cartoons. That's when them kids are playing. They're playing them cartoons on TV. It's like, why the hell are we appealing to these old ass people anyways? Like, what's the deal?
Question. I mean, I guess that is the majority of the Star Wars fandom.
But even then, I would think those people would probably prefer the animation. Like, think of that like Legends thing that had like the loose non-canon stuff. It's like, give me more of that. Just like play with animation styles, and just like all that budget, and they're like, nah, we can't give animation for that. It's like, what? All those VX, visual effects guys are just like dying over there. It's like, I'm sure they would love just to do like a simple animation, and that had to do all those like live action like hit rigmarole.
With that said, animation is very expensive, and you know how they feel about cutting costs.
You would think that would just be the more cost-effective thing to do. Perhaps I'm just ignorant to the situation, but get a budget that big, is really animation not going to get at all any attention?
Oh, I'm sure they have the budget, especially given it's Star Wars. I mean, let's be real, that franchise of all franchises should have the money.
Yeah.
But who knows? I don't have access to their budget information. I have no idea what it cost to make, like, the Clone Wars, for example. That could have been an incredibly expensive thing. Mixed resources by accident. I think these upgraded transport belts go further. Oh, it's just a weird. Same time, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, so I've been looking into that automation for Plex, for example.
Oh, yeah. What's going on with that?
Man, that junk looks neat. Technically, even I feel like I lack the technical know-how. And yet, for some reason, it seems like so many people are able to do it.
Wonder if they like shoestring it together in such a way it's like it just barely works and they don't look at it again.
It could be. In any case, I've definitely been looking at it. It's pretty interesting, just from a community standpoint. Have you ever heard of Usenet?
I can't say I have. Tell me
So
about it.
that was like the internet before the internet,
Ah,
and that is where most of the media and information and data is stored through this Usenet network thing. It's
yeah.
quite interesting, just from like a technological standpoint, on how they have it all set up to kind of avoid issues and have like plausible deniability and everything. But anyways, that's beside the point. I'll talk about that later. That's not really related to the Plex automation, I guess. The Plex automation just involves some really neat software tricks, but in order to actually accomplish what I want to do with that, I need to upgrade the server. And when I went down and checked on the server a little while back, over the last weekend,
Yeah.
I discovered some things. I do not have enough power cords to actually. Sorry, I'm setting up this recipe while I'm talking here. I don't have enough power cords to actually set the SSDs that I want to put in the system, in the thing. So, I told you I'd want to do like 6 SSDs.
Yeah.
Because I brought up how I didn't know how to do that as a RAID. Still don't really have an answer for the RAID issue. As far as I can tell, you just can't do RAID 6 on Windows for some reason, which seems just so bizarre, since it's like the obvious solution if you want 6 drives or 2 parity drive, 2 backup ones.
Yeah.
Anyways, all beside the point. It's a thing, I guess. And I accidentally mixed the darn wrong things together. Oops. Pack up, gotta fix this. All right, what was I saying?
So parity drives, you don't have enough power cords, SSDs.
Oh man, yeah. So I use like a kind of proprietary Dell server because cheap on eBay. They're always resold from some sort of business.
Yeah.
The issue is with that is that they have this like weird power card. So there's
Power
a
card.
yeah. So in order to make the power supply hot swappable, you can't just have like cords connect directly to the power supply
Yeah.
because you can't pull it out. So what they have instead is the power supply hooks into this power card, and then the card itself has the cables. But the issue with this is that the power card itself is very limited. So you have like the proprietary Dell cable that goes to the motherboard, and then you have like one string of what is it? It's like it splits off into the 2 power support. So you can get 2 SSD or hard drive power, SATA power, but that's it. You can't add any more because the card just doesn't support it. And apparently, some dude on Reddit, awesome guy, he managed to actually mod the power card for it. However, there's an issue with this particular motherboard and power configuration where like the voltage for like the mod stuff and things coming out of the power card directly are too high voltage for an SSD.
Ah, that will suck.
And yeah,
Those are what, only 5 or 7 or something?
Yeah, so those are only 5, but what's coming out is 12.
Ah, yeah.
And so I actually messaged him and he actually told me that it's not a good idea.
Yeah, unless you want to build your own stepper to get that
Yeah.
voltage down. But I'm no electrical engineer. I've seen that
He's
stuff online, and people make the sketchiest rigged up things. I'm like, that is some duct tape, electrical tape, special right there.
Just from a safety standpoint, I'm not comfortable doing that.
Yeah,
Like, I don't
plus,
claim I know programming, but I know my limits of technical know-how, and electrical engineering stuff is not where I am familiar with anything.
same. I mean, I understand a little bit more after having been exposed to it a little bit, but I have no confidence in doing any of that.
Same. So, anyways, that's kind of a dead end. I'm thinking I have to do some sort of rearrangement with the thing. So, thankfully, the existing two ports I think can be used for the 6 SATA drives. So there's this really neat little thing on Amazon, and I have no idea if it actually works or anything, but I'm willing to give it a go. It takes 6 2.5-inch drives and fits them in the same dimension, same dimensions as the 5.25-inch bay. The same one that you put a CD drive in.
Yeah.
And that like configuration thing only uses 2 SATA power, which happens to be exactly how much I have. But the problem is the existing servers, hard drives, need to be taken out. So therein lies the problem. I don't want to. Okay, so the 6 SATA drives will have more memory. They'll have like 32 terabytes or whatever. And right now I'm only using 10. But at the same time, I don't want to get rid of those like hard drives. It's 2 of them and they work perfectly fine.
Well, that becomes the classic enterprise dilemma. It's like you want to be in the position where you want to upgrade, so if you don't have a place to put them, you wipe them and get rid of them. So
Yeah,
that's,
I guess you could sell them, but at the same time, it's like proper storage. I'd like to reuse it. I'm thinking,
but
and
if you
I
don't
have
have
no
a
idea if
need
this is
for it, then you're going to be data hoarding.
Oh no, I definitely have a need for it. I mean, all the data that I currently have is on there, and I don't want to use that existing data as part of this new 32 terabytes.
It's almost like it'd be really cool if there was some like dummy backup cache type of storage or something.
I need to research it, but what I'm thinking is maybe you can have an external RAID thing, what do you call them, NAS drives?
Yeah.
Is it possible that maybe we can have that connect into the computer and then just have like an external NAS system? Does that show up in Windows as like a separate drive, like a C drive or D drive or something?
It has been a minute. Like you set up a NAS, a bit like how Synology would set up their material. So it has to be like some way, shape, or form yeah, not only visible but doable, but they have to have that like the interface to like represent that as a computer. So you're basically
I
saying,
don't
let's
want
set
to
up a
be a
small another
computer.
server at the same
Yeah,
time.
that's what I want to avoid. I want it to be like a passive storage, not an. I don't want it to be its own thing because that kind of ruins a lot of issues, or just a lot of stuff that I have going on in my current setup.
So you're probably asking for more trouble than it's worth. That's kind of what I'm getting
Well,
at.
if I can just buy like actual hard drives. If I could get like a NAS setup with 6 actual big hard drives, then I can have the 6 SSDs in the server for the fast storage. And I can fill the new NAS drive with a bunch of like dirt cheap 10 terabytes. And that would give me plenty of room. And I need that room for the automation. Because if I'm automating things, it's going to be downloading without me knowing. And I don't want to have to be like, you know, Hawkeye on some of this stuff. I want it to be passive. So if it downloads like a terabyte, every month.
Isn't that the real kick in the head with these things?
Yeah, I mean, I thought all this would be like solved, to be honest. I was like, RAID 6, everyone wants RAID 6. And seriously, if you look it up, everyone wants RAID 6 over RAID 5. And yet, Windows only supports RAID 5. It's
Because
the
most people
most.
are using like the other big server tech is like
Yes.
more. It's just better. It just is.
Everyone is using Linux if they have any kind of server. Of course, me, I could use Linux. There's just the amount of effort and pain of swapping over from my existing Windows server and all the software and data and everything I have on it that supports the Windows system and my own custom programming, mind you. That's probably the biggest reason. It's just not really worth me personally moving over. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of junk I need to resolve. Never mind the actual cost and all that. But it sure is interesting. Just the amount of configuration in there. I definitely went into it thinking, oh, it'll be easy, but no. I do find it really cool still that they have that conversion from 2.5-inch drives to that old disk bay. That's a really neat thing. If that works, that'd be like one of the coolest computer things I've seen in a while. Oh, but anyways, the Usenet stuff is really cool from like I was saying, a community standpoint. There's this whole system, this like legally gray stuff going on where you have a Usenet provider,
Yeah.
and these providers, they provide files, they provide data, but everything is encrypted. So they just have these enormous data centers just filled with like possibly exabytes of data. Like we're talking enormous amounts of data.
Really.
And there's many of these companies, and they all sell access to their encrypted data. Well, the data on its own is no good. The provider doesn't know what they have on their servers, and that's just how it is. You don't know what it is when you're downloading them, and not to mention you can't download them. You don't actually get the ability to download off their servers from just their provider alone. You actually have to pay for a download or two, which can download the files off the provider servers. Then there's this interesting. Well, then there's a whole like debacle of how do you actually know what you're downloading? How do you actually find something that you're looking for on this massive server of data?
Yeah.
Well, that's where that's where these services called indexers come from. And the indexers don't hold any of the data. The downloaders don't hold any of the data. The Usenet providers have data, but they don't know what they have.
Hence
So
the
everyone's
legally
at
gray area thing.
yes. Yes, they've got this really interesting, like, plausible deniability thing going on here. And the only way to access any of their encrypted data is through the indexers who, you know, how do they know how the data's on there? Who knows? But they happen to know how to decrypt these specific files. But in order to get access to a indexer, they're like closed communities. It's like not just anybody can access these. Only the people who either get invited or happen to catch like the window that they open registration publicly.
Man, that's just crazy stuff. How did you get into finding that?
Dude, I have heard about this stuff a while back, but I didn't dive into it until recently. And man, I don't know. You just web crawl on those forums, old forums and stuff, and
That's like the crazy shit. It's like, man, they just been out here vibing doing this thing for
right.
decades, and we just barely know about it.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing that blows my mind. It's like this is a huge operation.
Yeah,
That's a lot of data and stuff moving around. And like you said, never heard about it until relatively
definitely
recent.
haven't heard about it in school. I bet if you roll up into like a classroom and just start talking about this, like, you, is there anything that you can send me that like gives me like a gist of what all this is all about? Like giving like chat
Yeah,
GDP stuff you've made or any like links or that'd be
well,
kind of crazy ass
there's a
stuff
Reddit for it.
okay.
There is but they're very like, even if you like, as you browse it, you'll hear the keywords and stuff. No one ever actually like says what I said with the indexer provider and everything. No one ever says that out loud.
Interesting.
So it's like you kind of have to read in between the lines. So I'm sure there's a couple posts out there that'll kind of lay things straight. But yeah, it's really neat. And like the best part about it to me is that this is really technically advanced stuff. Like we're getting on the level of beyond me, though I'm sure this is more like maintained and done by IT people who probably professionally work IT.
Yeah.
But like it impresses me just the level of tech involved with all this. Like you can't get any of this built or done unless you have some really smart people doing it.
You don't sing. Yeah, smart people, the kind that are just getting that six figures and
Well, if they aren't, they certainly are capable of it.
I always saw like, man, those guys who like make like, you know, regular expressions and get like HTTP headers like secured and everything. So I thought that was smart stuff. It's like, oh, there's a whole like hidden network and everything that just like hides and who gets trained to do this and learn about this and
It's also neat that it's sort of a legacy thing. Anyways, I sent you a link you can check out later. That gives you some of like a really brief summary of some of the stuff.
dang, that's crazy. And it still just like operates in the background.
Yeah. Yeah. That's quite interesting. It's like a little piece of internet history, really. It's like a lot of people will be using internet for social media, even basic forums and stuff, but they just don't know this is going on. This too is part of that backwater internet.
Backwater, super hidden, discreet.
Yeah, not backwater as in like, you know, outdated junk, but
In the use case of
like you said,
mystique, you know, discreet, hidden, you know, it's the washway kind of material.
yeah. So the real difficult thing in all the whole, like this whole pipeline and stuff, is just to get access to those indexers, which sometimes only open up once a year. And I imagine that's probably based on their finances. So you buy a subscription to these indexers, and then they provide you the links to the encrypted files on that provider server. Another kind of interesting point, though, is that those providers, like, they have a lot of data, right?
Yeah.
We're talking enormous amounts. If there are hundreds of indexers and they all point to that server, that must be a huge server. But what I find interesting about it is that there's more than one provider. And these indexers also point to those other providers. It's like you can have one indexer who points to a file on multiple different servers. It's
Man.
really like a head scratcher.
Well, it's very reminiscent of how like CDNs are set up, the content
Yeah,
delivery
you're right.
networks.
It would be,
And so when
but
I was at
but
doing
they're
the audit thing for a while,
uh,
there were some companies that they just held the facility, servers, backup material, and everything, and they just rented out that rack space. So that's basically what these things are. Is that
yeah,
the earlier versions of that, and this with the newer technology, they probably just advanced in that regard.
yeah. I guess you're right. It would be kind of similar to that.
So, how do you like my
And
drones?
it's cross company. It's like you can have multiple companies having the same data. It's interesting. Let me see these drones. Oh yeah, they are definitely doing work. I don't know if like putting paths is their best use case, but sure.
I'm doing that because I'm tired of not walking on stone. I spoiled myself. Eventually, the pathways form around me, you know?
I mean, I guess they got to be working on something. All right, speed modules, productivity modules. Those are the last things I think I need to automate. Got cliff explosives automated. I've got laser turrets automated now. Did you automate repair packs? Can't remember. I think we talked
No,
about it.
no, we never did.
Okay.
I just keep, like, building a chunk of them in my inventory at a time. Definitely the stone production getting its use.
Oh, that's good.
We haven't been attacked in a while. Yeah, that's right, I said we haven't been attacked in a while. Where are those mobs? Those scaredy cats?
You know, at some point they get even bigger. There's one more tier above them, and when that tier hits, we're gonna be in trouble.
How, how big is that?
Well, they're not like size-wise, they're not super huge. They're like a little green, a little bigger. The real issue is just the amount of health that they've got. They kind of warrant like nukes and stuff to get rid of.
Well, I
I don't
have
know.
basic secured the
Hmm,
area by the uranium, so...
that's a good start.
Alright, so I need to copy a miner setup from you. I'm just gonna go ahead and just yoink one of those.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
I
Do
mean,
it,
if
boy.
there's one use case for those robots, it's that. Because setting that up every time is just an absolute pain and unnecessary.
Oh, hey. If I copy one of your designs, can I just go ahead and link up to your tier 4 speed?
What do you mean by that?
I won't be able to copy your design because I don't have any of the tier 4 conveyor systems in my network.
Oh, yeah, if you really have to, I guess.
I'm gonna do it.
Now, I guess I'll be seeing some robots down here soon then. I mean, look how
Ye
much travel they have to do. They're almost better off just driving a Jeep down here and shoving a whole Jeep full. I mean, obviously hook them up so that way you can get it passively, but I just mean in the meantime. Also, what if they choose to just go straight up into that massive dead zone?
They did. I think they're actually like solar, like fake solar powered.
What do you mean?
So like they always like go at a really slow speed at some point, right? So I think they're like fake solar power, like where they can't actually stop and like be at a dead stop forever. Like they'll always inevitably get to their destination.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. They will. It's just it slows down so much. I mean, you wouldn't want them to go across such a big dead zone on that kind of speed.
Actually, I just found one of your minor sections that has a tier 3 on it. I'm just going to copy that one for now.
Cool. Oh, god dang it. I had the wrong recipe copied. Pasted over my...
Really? There's trees in the way? There's still more trees in the way? I just haven't gotten rid of all the trees.
And
That's where like I slowly start turning into like the mad scientist, and it's just like, this, why did he go evil? Why is he a madman? Are you
all
still
the fruit.
using the tier 2 medium poles?
No,
Alright,
not
so what's your most recent design I should copy?
the heck did you find that had the tier 2 poles for the smelters and stuff?
You still have some in some of the mining setup down south where that coal is.
Where is that coal?
And that copper setup.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, so you can't really copy the miners. That's always going to be a unique situation. You can copy the smelteries, but the miners you gotta conform to the shape.
Watch
But yes, in that
this.
one specific scenario, I do still use the tier 2 medium electric poles.
Watch this.
If you do, it'll just be unoptimal. Very unoptimal.
I'll start with that and see where it goes. And then I'll go up there and try to fix it later.
Well, I guess that actually is perfectly fine. It's just, as you add more, that's when it becomes an issue. I suppose if you copied that and then put them like side by side and linked up, well, no, you can't because the medium electric poles are, yeah, no, you just gotta do that jump manually.
Yeah, that'll be a good starting point because that covers all of that. Which is kind of interesting how that shape worked out.
That does almost work perfectly. I think I see one. No, you're right. They all do actually. They all get some ore. In any case, you can definitely copy the smeltery part. If you want the tier, like the blue tier of conveyor belts, copy this top row.
Where you're currently at.
What I just pinged.
Copied that top row.
Well, the two. But you see how there's like two separate lines?
Yeah.
Like there's 4 ore lines that filter down to 2 iron lines. Copy that top iron line and all the smelters that come with that. It should look pretty similar to that last smelter you got over there by the copper. But you want that one because that's about how long you need it in order to fill up that blue copper or the blue conveyor belt. Anywho,
Alright, did you see where I put it on the map? Did I copy that right?
no, you copied only one half of it. You need both halves.
I need both halves.
Yeah, so I have 2 lines going out, but they have 2 halves per line. You get what I'm saying?
No.
I mean, look, you got a top and you got a bottom, and then below that you got another top and you got another bottom.
So I want all
You
of...
want the really long one. There's a short one and there's a really long one. Take the whole really long one. I mean, I'd copy it for you if I could, but I can't. You copied half of it, just copy the half below it.
Did I copy that right?
Let me take a look. Yeah, that's what you're looking for.
All right. See, like, you guys doing all that running and moving around and jumping. My guy's becoming weak and frail because he just he just plays on his computer while he does all his work.
That's certainly one way to look at it. I mean, in a way, we do have like ground escalators, so that definitely doesn't help.
Yeah, if I need to be halfway across the map, I just like try to get on the conveyors as they go around.
Yeah, run through them. That's what I do too.
Then it feels weird when I actually like move my guy around the map because it's like, huh, I move even slower now.
I need to get that next tier of power armor. You're still on power armor tier 1. There are like 2 more tiers to go. No, just 1. The next tier is really good.
Huh. That other RoboPort never got built to connect our networks.
It's a darn shame. Oh well.
Could you walk over there real quick and just
Not possible. Too far away.
Oh wait, I see him. The guy who's bringing it. There he is. It's about to be connected. Oh, he's got to go charge.
Where is he? I don't see him.
He's on the waterway. He's charging first.
Oh, I see. He's got the RoboPort in his hand. There you go.
he's like a you know like how they like carry the torch for the Olympics and everything.
That's what it is. Dude's the Olympic torch bearer. The Olympic RoboPort bearer. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it, but he's doing it.
I'm kind of curious. What will happen?
He'll probably just like chill here forever. Uh-oh. There's someone behind him. What's he coming for? Okay. Oh, actually, where are they going? Are they trying to steal something? What are they taking?
Trying to steal something. They're trying to optimize the workflow. They're going for blue
Ah,
conveyors.
yo. Oh no, look where he's heading.
Oh no, they're stupid.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go through the whole dead zone. Oh
Ah,
yeah, they're
oh,
turning
here they
around.
go. Look at them all. Ah, I gotta build that shit out.
Well, you might see them in like 3 hours.
Oh no.
How many are coming through the waterway? There's gotta be. Oh yeah, there's another one. Oh, that's interesting. He brought me a substation. I didn't know I was missing a substation somewhere. Oh yeah, I guess I was. So I don't have substations automated. That's actually literally what I'm working on now.
Good,
Oh,
because I just keep putting them manually into the chest. Oh no, look at them all. They're making a beeline right for your base, Taylor. Oh no.
connected it. All those resources are like for the taking. Oh, and they're all going in the. Oh no, not in that direction. Well, they're making it further. Oh no, they're turning back. There they go.
Alright, I'm about to like, I guess I'm working on that now.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame they beeline for it, but you only really need one path of roboports that just go straight down.
Well, the problem is that when it comes to building the roboports, they have to like be connected, and I can't see where that orange connection circle is.
I'll put down a radar.
No, like the orange, that orange inner square doesn't appear until the roboport is built.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a little annoying. So like, if you notice, like I had put down a ton of roboports on my one like top wall, but they keep getting like stopped because they're just not connected that extra like quarter mile.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing this little area is missing is just blue conveyors.
That's fine. I mean, we needed to link them up anyways. I'm just worried about the travel times they're going to take to go to and from the base. I also don't want you taking, like, the base resources like iron and copper, feeding them up there. It's kind of a waste at this point. Especially when you're making your own, like, pipeline for that stuff.
Really?
Oh.
They better not be on my stuff.
What the? That's in
They're
our base. They're just
oh,
worms.
they probably just have been there this whole time, and we've just never like caught them. Oh, they're
They
killing my
have.
robots.
You've got like a trillion to spare, so we're not in any rush.
But they're all just gonna keep going over that until I get rid of them.
Let
Ow.
me find where my Jeep is. I don't like. My Jeep's in the very bottom part of the base. I'll go up there and kill him if you're not already on your way.
You're avenging good robots.
Yeah, it's funny. I feel like we've seen those guys before really, really early on. Like, we're talking ages ago. Alright. Come on, robot. Oh, man, they're in, like, a really inconvenient place, too.
Oh, they're just like getting dinged at one at a time.
There we go.
Thanks. You've avenged good working hard soldiers.
Look at them go. They're trying to go recharge in the waterway. They are going to be on that journey for a while. Oh my god, look at all the robot activity now. There's just a wave of robots coming through. Honestly, it looks like they're making like a desire path right there. We're gonna need like a roboport on that island.
Alright, let me see what I can do.
Well, the good news is I've got cliff explosives near where I'm at, so they can like terraform that place flat without having to go too far.
Like, landfill is real annoying because landfill has to be perfect. Like, shape. Like if I'm putting down, copying, pasting, like, the stone, it doesn't have to be perfect. But landfill has to be absolutely perfect. Like, there's no, like, you know, basically color book in between the pixels kind of deal.
Taking my precious blue conveyor belts. I only have so many of those.
You know you want to use them. You want to see all those conveyor belts expanded.
It actually tells you how many the robots are trying to pick up. They're trying to pick up 382 of them.
How do you
Out of
see that?
2,500.
What do you
You
click
just
on
hold your
them?
mouse over them, over the chest. It says pickup. I think that's what that means. Unless we only have 300 in that chest, I might as well check and confirm that.
I think that's what that number is above it. That
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So I mean, I'll confirm real quick. Yeah, no, there's definitely 2.5 thousand in there. So that means, yeah, it tells us how many the robots are trying to do. They're trying to pick up two splitters here. None of the underground transport belts, though. So it's interesting. Wow, look at them go. They are all. Yeah, that's not very good for them. I don't have roboports automated down here, so they're gonna be very slow to fix that. I mean, come on, that's the best.
this is how this game is meant to be played. Eventually, it just becomes a bunch of like white and yellow dots all over the screen all the time.
There is no way the game can optimize that. Look, this game does amazing things, but that would be a fantastic to do though. Maybe one day we'll have computers capable of it. And internet capable of that.
Nonsense. We can have it today if we just believe.
Your beliefs are gonna destroy this world.
Nonsense. I've already gotten all the resources I needed. I just have to convince people that it's worth doing. I have been sitting the guy here so long, I've been in the map for so long, I forgot where I was. I could have been killed by enemies and just like never would have noticed.
You really haven't moved much then, huh? It's crazy. I need to automate inserters and stuff down here. I don't have any of that automated yet.
And girders?
And I don't know what I was saying. And stuff, something like that. All right, at least substations are made. The
Neat.
good news is the majority of the things they're trying to grab are all right here in this one little area. Well, actually, the only thing they're really grabbing are just those transport belts. 250 to go. If only they could carry like an entire chest's worth to like move things around.
I think that's what the trains are for.
Yeah, but you know how it is.
Where are the clip explosive guys?
Your guess is as good as mine. Alright. Oh, what the heck? They took my RoboPort. I just built that. I didn't want to put it there. I was going to get rid of that one and put it over here in this path that all these robots are trying to take.
He's a menace. He's an absolute menace. Takes my resources.
Mass migration of resources. That's what's happening right now. I'm being robbed. They don't really recognize the newly put down RoboPorts. They're just kind of ignoring it. It's like these ones that need to charge are kind of dead set on finding that one that they were going to recharge to no matter what. Now let's see, did they put down two? They did. So at least they're smart enough to look for the nearest, like, resource. So, like, I put down some substations where you had that RoboPort on the island.
Yeah.
And they were smart enough to take them from my chest instead of yours. Which would have been like 3 hours to transport.
It's spectacular, you know. The little show that's being put on here. Ah, but those orange areas aren't connected. Yeah.
What do the orange areas have to be connected?
It's kind of how the network. Well, it's how they can talk and do the resource sharing. Otherwise, they're just basically charge ports.
Yeah, I mean, that's the majority of what we're trying to do, isn't it?
Well, you want to be able to like get those resources properly shared across those other things. I mean, I guess if that's just for the pathway, then that's fine. I've been quite deliberate
You're
about.
right. Probably would be better if we did that, though. You're sure that you need the orange to connect, though?
Yep, it has that line. So if you try to like cut it, you'll notice that line will like sloop together. Like it has like that like dash line in between them. That's basically what the orange area connects with, and that's also where like the logistics things go.
I see. Okay, well. Now I'm out of red circuits, so I can't make new ones. Let me grab some. There we go. They sure are using up a good bit of power.
Someone's got to make it useful.
I mean, at least we haven't hit, like, dead zones. Our power's been pretty consistent. Yeah, I remember back in the days when we'd lose power every night.
Those were the satisfactory days.
Yeah. Have they actually made it all the way up there yet? With any of the transport belts? Oh, they haven't. Okay, no, they have. Just a handful. And the journey it took them to make it up there for that.
It's interesting. They won't put it down if they're not at full charge yet. There's some that are going to like the nearest charge port.
Yeah, I see that. At least you have charge ports relatively close by, so you don't have to
Yeah.
go too far. I added in a new RoboPort near my smelter, and it looks like they're all converging on it. But at least they're using it. I wonder why they haven't grabbed any of the cliff explosives to blow up that cliff yet.
I think they're just like job queued up.
Yeah, that could be it. It doesn't say they're grabbing any cliff explosives out of my chest, too, so they might be grabbing it from yours. Well, there's only 50 more blue transport belts until all the robots have everything they need in transit. Yeah, so you're making a nice highway. Should really use concrete for that, to be honest.
Oh, there's concrete? We had that.
It should be much faster.
Is that being produced somewhere?
Nope, but it
Well,
can be. It's not like it's exceptionally difficult. The only thing that really makes it challenging is the iron need for it, the iron ore. The refined concrete is a little difficult, but also if they got refined concrete, it's really good stuff.
can concrete just be put on top of stone?
It should be. I think you can upgrade it in place. You should use the whole upgrade system like the transport belts. Oh, hey, look, we got attacked. Why are there a whole bunch of turrets just sitting outside of our walls?
Where?
That's from when you were trying to destroy the base using the turrets. I think before we had turrets automated.
Ah, oh, way up there in the north area? I never checked them out now.
Not north. It's like in between our two bases. You see where all the
Yeah.
stuff is. Alright, anyways, I gotta get back to what I was doing. I need to automate inserters. Also, it'd be really nice if I had better assembly machines. What do I need for those again? Get those automated, that'd be really nice. Speed modules, right. How could I forget the thing I've been trying to automate this entire session?
Make the darn Eisenhower interstate system over here.
Nice. I was talking about how we needed one a long time ago. If nothing else, just like a path that we can drive our cars on without having to worry about running things over. Oh wait, you put junk on the path. Maybe don't put random substations on the path.
But are they really that random?
Just a bit. About as random as any computer random can be. Oh, something's getting damaged. Oh, okay, well, the laser turret. They took care of it. They were kind enough to attack us in the one place we had a laser turret.
Yes, kindness.
Yeah, they tried.
It's the effort that counts, right?
Yeah, when you start producing these like really high tier things, the assembly machines are really, really good. Like with the speed modules, becomes absolutely essential. Yeah, we're gonna want to definitely up our power usage or power production.
Do you want to get that printed in that area to the north or to the east?
Yeah, I think I'll print something to the north, but we might need to add robo ports if we want to build to the south. We should be good to just like copy that entire strip that I added north because that has robo ports in it. Oh my god, you can copy that far zoomed out. Yeah,
Yeah.
this game has some fantastic user friendliness. The only problem is I copied it when I'm in the middle, so I don't really know where the edge is. Let me do that again. Oh no, it puts it in the middle of your mouse. Well, how the heck am I supposed to know if I have it lined up? I think that's what we're looking for. Can't actually tell. You know, we don't have we don't have radars embedded in that. So now I have to embed radars.
Where's that? Is that me?
That is you.
Was it my
Stranded
one
path.
spot again?
I think you'll be okay. You don't have to visit this time. But they did destroy laser turrets, so the next time it might be an issue. Anyways, let me add some radars to this. And we can just copy and paste. I don't need them to finish the radar so I can up our production. Because yeah, once we get these modules and stuff, we're gonna see the power usage like triple. It's gonna get pretty extreme. need more red and advanced circuits. God dang it. Red circuit in the area.
I suppose in about 20, we should probably look at closing it up for the night.
All right. Oh, hey, now that there's robots down here, they're actually taking the junk out of my inventory.
So you said it's the bottom one in the top of, and it's the inner, it's the smelting. It's the inside one that puts the stuff down.
Yeah,
Like
so
the
you want
plates.
the ore on the outer transport belts. Yeah, they sure did make it patchy, didn't they? I like how you go through all that effort to get those tier 3 transport belts and you just hook it all up to the tier 2 stuff. Oh well, it worked.
I had to impress you somehow, you know.
What the? Ooh. Oh, that's what's. Yeah, I'm running low on the green circuits here. What's going on? Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that. I just literally don't have enough copper. I don't have enough copper wires.
We don't need coal for anything anymore, do we?
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
For a lot of things. Need it for grenades. Need it for explosives. Need it for plastics. It's probably the biggest one is plastic, which we of course use for anything from like batteries to laser turrets to the electric furnaces, circuits. So yeah, coal is still being used. It's not being used in enormous quantities though.
400,000 iron plates.
Press over that threshold. Per hour, too. Quite a number.
Now I have this iron plate. Should I just go ahead and make another furnace section for making it steel?
I would if you plan on making, or if you plan on using it for steel, yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird bit because this is all at the top of that old omnibus, and getting it through is a...
Just have the train do a big old circle.
That's what I did.
So you need to move it. Well, your train's not large enough for what I'm
Ah,
thinking. So like that area you're standing in now is where the steel furnace would have to go. So you'd have to probably move the train entrance to below the uranium.
all right.
And then what I recommend doing is having it like come through here. See where I'm laying the pings?
Yeah, go all the way out that way.
Have it keep coming down. Let me just ignore that for a second. Just keep coming down to the bottom of the omnibus and then just feed it in down here with the iron or with the steel would normally. See what I'm saying? So it'd be like a big old crescent moon around the base.
And then
That's what I
feed it to where the copper is in the south?
No, I just didn't finish the last one. You'd keep going all the way until you get to the copper or to the steel.
Oh, that's quite the project. Just for this
Just a
little bit
big old
of...
crescent. It'd be like a big old banana. So it'd go in one direction and crescent back same direction. I mean, that would just be the most efficient way. Because, I mean, what else are you going to do? You're going to move that.
Should I go in and
Erase
start
that
putting
big
some
old
landfill in or something?
Yeah, I guess you'd probably need a bit of landfill for that. I don't know what shape the track is going to enter, so I'd personally wait until then. Oh crap, we're being attacked. They made it all the way up here. Oh crap, stop that.
Where are they?
God dang, why is this guy so beefy? Ah, I didn't see where they broke in, did you?
No.
I think I can guess all the missing things.
Where is it? Oh, it's way down south on your end.
Oh, and that's actually a group looking to make a base. It's a shame that my thing is... Okay, well this is...
Oh, no. So one of the big bases up here is starting to get in the pollution a little bit. Okay. Gotta stay calm. I have landmines. I need to make more landmines. Alright, rail's gotta stop until I can get some landmines made. Do you have laser turrets automated, you said?
Yep,
I'm going to get some moved up here.
it's fine.
I need
How
to
much
get a
some,
laser
though?
turret.
I'm not talking like hundreds, are we?
I don't have any defenses for laser turrets up on this end.
I mean, I don't have any down here either. I completely forgot to bring some with me too. Oh, well. Don't really have time this session, but maybe next time. We'll add the laser turrets.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't the best time to do a bunch of landfill.
For the laser turrets.
Yeah, they're grouping up. I need to go get the tank. I'm going to have to go be a little preemptive here.
What, are you expecting the robots to take care of them? Nah, dude, you're gonna have to... Unless you're talking about, like, the base. Yeah, you're gonna need laser turrets for that. Hi, what is this?
What?
There's literally a biter coming up here as I'm still here. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen, but the bases down here are actually in pollution, so kind of not really liking what I've done. Oh, oops.
Would you run over a pipe?
Yes.
That was actually just that's a straight up guess.
Oh man, for some reason my robots aren't repairing anything. Don't tell me one of your logistics robots took the job.
Let's be real here. They probably did. Those guys are Chads.
That is most certainly not Chad taking my job and they're not even here. And I just do it myself. And robots are giving me more manual labor. They are in fact attacking me. Robots are doing a good job of pairing it though.
How many landmines got put out? Not enough, apparently. Oh, shoot. I lost my grenades. I put them all into the conveyors earlier.
Guess you could rely on the laser turret.
Oh, no, they're up north, too? Oh, shoot.
back around and green circle. Oh, strange. That broke somehow.
Neat. Well, shoot, without grenades, it's really hard to do that extra little bit of damage.
Yeah. It would be.
I think I got tons of ammo. Oh no! No! I died. Shoot. Could use a little bit of help with this one. I lost a tank on the process. It was a fully loaded tank.
Yeah. Automating stuff right now. Let me at least finish this almost. Yeah, I'm almost there.
I gotta get more construction drones.
Alright, there it is. Automated now. So. Let me find my car and I'll come up there and help you. Mind you, I do have like a fully loaded inventory, so hopefully.
Yeah, I tried actually dumping most of my inventory. I don't have anything, so I don't have any of the power armor or any of that.
You have a tank?
I'm working on it.
Okay. I don't think I have a spare one, but I can bring you some fuel. I also don't have any ammo automated down here, so I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, all of it's up here.
I can bring you grenades, but
I already picked up all of those I need.
okay.
Yeah, I probably would have survived if I had my grenades on me.
Let's see, where is the fuel? I need some myself. Alright, I'm on my way.
I have the weak tank right now. That doesn't have any of the explosive rounds, so I'm gonna go fill that up first.
Yeah, I've got to swing by the explosive rounds and fill mine up as well. Oh,
We had that same spot up the top.
I forgot how much of a labyrinth this place was.
Was, and never stopped being it.
Oh, true.
I'm going out there with the coal tank.
Oh, wow, you could just be like right here. I'm literally 20 feet behind you. I'm gonna leave my car here, so before we get off, I need to grab it, get back in there. Or I just know I'm gonna forget. Yeah, here. Give me some of the proper fuel. Oh, right, that's all my. Good thing we didn't go too far then. Yeah, just grab the 50 and the 17 there.
The 17? Oh, yeah.
Back and down south. Thankfully they hit one of the oh, and the 50. Oh, okay, you already got the 50. Grab a different stack. I was like, okay, let's go.
Alright, hopefully this is enough.
Fuel? Give me plenty of fuel.
I just meant, like, firepower.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's still, like, debatable. I do have laser turrets, so I can shove a bunch. Let me see if I still have that. I do. Yeah, we should be fine. I can just put down the laser turrets.
There are some over here. The drones are trying to replace the landmines, so at least they got that going for us.
Ah, god dang it, the landmine's in the way. Alright. They're taking their sweet time building line.
I kind of want to get to my stuff.
I'm trying to, but these landmines are screwing the road. Oh my god, it's good. These go like these yeah, landmines do not jive well with any other way. Oh my god. Honestly, these robots kind of make things a hassle sometimes. Because they're over here taking jobs that I want my personal robots to be doing. I don't want them dealing with it. Go to the right. Don't come down. Don't. What are you doing? Don't run me over. I had laser turrets down there on the right. Ones that were actually powered. I messed this recipe up. I gotta fix it. There we go. That's what I'm looking
I hope that my stuff is still there. And my guy's body is still there.
What are you doing? You stupid robots. Put the freaking power down. Oh my god. Dude, this is like... Yeah, I guess the strategy doesn't work if you use the robots the way you're using them. Typically, if you play it and you're trying to use the laser turrets, you can just place them and your local robots will just do it. But what's happening is that we can't get the full array because you're dumb robots, or I guess smart in some cases. But in this case, they're dumb because they're taking the jobs. Look at all these ghosts. I have more than enough in my inventory to place all of these immediately. But the ghosts on the network are...
The other way the jobs don't assign properly.
Yeah, it should be based... They're screwing it up. Anyways, I guess as soon as I get out of the Roboport range, it would be in our best interest to make sure that the very edge of the range of those Roboports... That was close. It would be in our best interest if the very edge of the range of those Roboports was where the wall ends.
Or I can probably get my stuff now.
Yeah, we shouldn't have too many issues.
Wait, why can't I get my... I can't click on the guy there.
Just wait a minute or two and we'll have this cleared.
Alright, I got my stuff back. Now let's get the... Power armor automatically re-equips. Alright, it does. Let's go ahead and finish this off.
They're working on it. I didn't have a whole bunch of spare robots, so robot friends can slow them down.
Alright, thanks.
Yeah, it would have been easier if the Roboport range didn't reach so far out. It started going a lot more smoother once I was out of that range.
I kind of have to contemplate it in such a way that, what if I was playing by myself, you know?
Well, it's not even something I thought about until just now. I never knew that like that was even going to be an issue. But yeah, so you know like the...
Oh no, like the place in the Roboports as a result of me like thinking that if I was playing by myself. Wait, how come your build range is so much bigger than mine?
No idea.
What do you got on your guy?
Power armor?
What's on your power armor?
Nothing. Power armor does have a few things like that. Yeah, it does say construction area is 42 by 42. Anyways, yeah, we need to move these Roboports back to where the green area doesn't leak outside the...
They originally were there because of power, or because I didn't have the substations, so I was just stacking them on the current system.
No, it makes sense. Or maybe
Well,
what we could do instead is rather than, like, I just need to be mindful. I guess we can continue to put them this close, just so that way there's plenty of range, and they can do, like, the landmines and stuff outside. We just need to be mindful that we build the power like this out before we start placing the turrets down. It really only becomes tricky when we have a base that's this close, which we'll have to do down south too. Anyways, yeah, the laser turrets are like the easiest way to just clear them, especially when we have as many as we do. Speaking of which, I might lay a couple down. Yeah, look at all these robots. What are you doing? They've got like
the
100
job's done,
laser
guys.
turrets.
Yeah, job's done, boys. We don't need you anymore.
They've already wrapped up.
They're just like the Navy.
they're trying.
Great, I have a bunch of laser turrets in my inventory now.
No, come back, robot. I need to steal you. There we go. Now I've got max robots again. Don't allow me just taking robots out of the sky to refill. You should be able to handle putting turrets along the wall at least.
Oh, thanks on that one. I suppose I should probably get the next round of landfill going. And then, I guess we should probably call it a night here soon.
Yeah, probably should before we get sidetracked with more stuff. Do you need laser turrets? I got a whole bunch of my inventory I need to get rid of.
I just put them into one of my resource areas, so no.
There you go. All yours.
There's a.
Another 700 in my jeeps. So
I guess I can start assimilating them on the wall somewhere.
yeah, might as well. That's what I'm gonna do down south. Yeah, concrete should really give us like a speed boost on the cars. As far as I know, it doesn't, but I could be wrong. That might just be the fact that stone doesn't.
Oh boy. Alright. Gotta do a hard cut at 11. I know, right?
Really slow. Keep increasing it like that. I'll take it though. I'm doing a speed module. Just got speed modules too. I don't think we use speed module 2s for anything, do we? It's only speed module 1s for the assembly machines, and then that's like the only thing.
Something like that.
Okay, so I'm not going to make a provider chest for them. I'm just going to use them straight into the module 3s.
How many requests are there currently being made out of the landfill chest?
I feel like that's probably an answer you don't want to know. You know that's a high quantity one.
It's just barely enough. Let's just see that. I guess I'm gonna like, I know aren't the logistics robots also able to just move things like that? Like you would think like the logistics robots would be able to like pick them up and move them closer or something.
Honestly, yeah. I think they like do a defragmentation, but probably more complicated. It is unusual how much you rely on them. At least as far as like my gameplay goes. I'm sure that's like the intended way, but oh man, if I assembled these just a little further back. Perfect. There we go. Now we're talking. Alright, cool. We got efficiency module 3s in the work. And then I guess it could be expanded if I needed to. Oh no, these are speed modules, not efficiency. Yeah, speed modules are exceptionally slow. I don't need this many speed modules. What is going on with my green circuits? I think I was in the middle of... Yeah, that's right. I was in the middle of fixing those before we left. I'm just not getting enough. Man, I'm just not getting enough copper through, it seems. Oh, shoot. That was supposed to be an upgrade, not delete. Whoops. Well, I screwed that up. Accidentally deleted my copper.
Oh, we have energy shield Mark IIs?
Do we? Are they any good?
I don't know. I'm building some now, but it has hit that 11 o'clock time frame. So let's go ahead and save and stop it here, I guess.
Alright, sure.
Actually, wait, let me put down a to-do. Add tag.
I am putting down some copper. You mind waiting like another, probably not even a full minute?
Sure.
I don't know. Where are we being attacked? Is that near me? Oh, it disappeared. Maybe it's fine. Oh, man, I ran out. Yeah, let me put a to-do as well. There we go. At least next time we hop on, I can come through and finish that. Yeah, the throughput on my copper is just quite literally not enough. I'm just going to have to upgrade that. I'm saving.
You're saving. All right.
Alright, saved. I quit. Is that 11 o'clock sharp?
Oh, all right. Well, I'm going to